everybody, I'm back. It's Yogi Cecily, and I want to talk to you again about one of my favorite topics, which is at-home gym equipment, or the types of tools that you need at home so that you can work out. We talked about bands and tubing, and if you remember, I talked about the fact that, tubing is round and bands are flat. You do have to take the time to make sure that you're getting the type of tool for the type of exercise that you're doing. So while it seems obvious, it depends on what you're trying to do, that will remind you of what to actually purchase. All right. Now the next thing is with the bands, you have to kind of remember, like, just because they're the same color doesn't mean they're the same gauge or that you can do the same exercises. So I have two bands that are different lengths. One is made by Perform Better. So I want to start with Perform Better. In Perform Better, this is black, and that's their heaviest gauge. And then going down from there, they're going to have blue, great, green, like a kind of really bright green, love it. That's going to be medium light, and then yellow is their light. So I sort of think, since this is such a small product, that you probably want to go ahead and buy all of the gauges in this product, right? Look how that's just going to go into a nice bundle. It's going to go into your luggage. It's going to go somewhere. You can keep it very small. But don't get it mixed up with another brand. So this is Neeboo, N-E-E-B-O-O, Neeboo Fit, and check it out. It is longer. With the Perform Better, I'm going to do external rotation, abduction with my arms, and it's only about 8 inches apart, and it's such a heavy gauge that I can barely pull those apart. But I want you to notice with the Neeboo, it's already a lighter gauge. My hands are further apart. It's much easier to work. So obviously, though they're the same color, they're not the same gauge. Next up, you're going to want to look at your tubing. And you can purchase some tubing that doesn't have a handle, and it's going to have a loop. And there's an advantage to that. And next time we're going to talk about different attachments you can use on what I'm going to call like an open-ended tubing. So you can just go into a hardware store, pick up your calipers, and connect that to the tubing. Right on? Now, I know what you're thinking. You're like, Cecily, I'm at home. I don't want to make this more complicated, so I'm going to buy my tubing with the handles. Just remember, that's going to be for a long-range exercise. So in order to make it a short-range exercise, you're going to have to kind of double it up. And when you double it up, then it's harder to move. You're getting creative. You're at home. You're thinking, I'm just going to take a broomstick and I'm going to slide the handles onto the broomstick. I'm with you. I feel you. Very creative. And you're going to do an exercise, and you know what's going to happen. I know what's going to happen. It is going to slide off of the broomstick. This is what you're going to want to do. You're going to want to get your hands through the handles and then wrap them around the broomstick. Can you see that? Then you can do your exercises, and that handle is not going to slide off of your broomstick. But next time we get together, we're going to talk about securing the tubing on your foot, because that is very dangerous, and you don't want that. So make sure you check the next little download I'm going to give you all. That's bands and tubing. Still a little bit more to cover, but that'll get you going. You can always upgrade to something that has secure attachments. It's going to cost you more. So I want to keep covering bands and tubing and make this subject a little bit better for you before you make a whole bunch of purchases you don't need to make. All right? Thanks. Bye.